and welcome to my channel, My Sister Says, where I share any tips that I want my little sister to know and any of my other sisters out there, things that have helped me in my life that will hopefully help you too. Today, as the title says, I am talking about how to end a nursing strike. When I, this past week, was struggling with my little girl, not breastfeeding, I was looking at videos, searching on the internet, and there wasn't a lot out there to help with babies who have formerly breastfed really well that aren't anymore. There's a lot about what to do to help your baby latch in the first place, but not about the other stuff. So I thought I would share some of the things I learned, but first, as a disclaimer, always talk to your doctor or a lactation specialist if you're having any of these issues, to make sure that anything you want to try they think is okay for your baby for whatever circumstances they are in. For my personal situation, I have a little 6-month-old girl named Eden, and she started solids and she's gotten really busy wanting to get everywhere and get into everything, rolling all around, almost about to crawl, and she decided that she did not want to breastfeed anymore. And the first thing I'll say is that it doesn't mean that your baby is rejecting you or that they don't love you anymore, because that is definitely what I felt like. I felt like she didn't love me, she didn't want me, she didn't want to be near me, because when I'd bring her to the breast, she would just freak out and scream and did not want to nurse. But your baby still loves you, and it's something else that is causing the problem, most likely. So the best help that I found on the Leche League in an article, and another article by the Breastfeeding blog, I believe it's called. I will link both of those articles below so that you can read through them and the suggestions that they have. But what they were saying is that there's probably something that is causing this nursing strike. And almost always they say you can correct a nursing strike through patience and trying some of these things. Wait a little longer, give her a couple extra hours, she's still not feeding, okay, we'll try a little bit, and maybe she'll want to nurse if she's really hungry. But that didn't work, and so what I ended up doing was giving her a bottle. So obviously, you don't want to starve your baby, you want to feed them, but what is the best way to do that? I learned that the best way is to not satisfy their sucking desire or instinct by giving them milk through a syringe, a cup, a spoon if they're younger, and then if they're a little older, 6 months and up, like my baby, you can give them milk through a sippy cup. And when I say milk, I'm obviously talking about pumped breast milk from you. So by giving them a sippy cup or these other things, they're still getting fed, they're getting the nourishment and the hydration that they need, but it's not satisfying their sucking reflex, and so that the only way they can suck is if they suck on you, which I think really helps. Tip number 2 is to find out what is causing this strike. Now, obviously, you might not ever find out what's causing it, but there may be some things that you can help do to make it so they want to nurse, change up things. I think that the reason why my baby was having a hard time breastfeeding was a couple of things. First, I think so she's got a really runny nose that she started getting, which obviously makes it hard for her to breathe through her nose. She probably doesn't feel very good. It makes them not want to nurse if they're sick. Another thing was that her gums are starting to look really white, and I think some teeth are about to pop through, which would also make you not want to nurse. And the third thing is I started a new perfume / lotion that I got that I love the smell of, but it's very strong, and I think it made me smell different and made her not maybe recognize me as much or feel less comfortable, and so I stopped using that. Other causes could be that you're in a new environment. Maybe they're going through some new developmental leaps, or maybe they have realized the world around them, which I think is a big cause for nursing strikes, and they just want to see everything and play with everything that they see. So obviously, if you can identify things that you can fix, if they're sick, you can make them more comfortable, but you can't really fix that. So maybe for those who are struggling because they see all the things around them, try nursing in a dark room, or wearing a nursing cover, or nursing where it's completely quiet. Now, I started with this. I went into our dark room. I went in here in the nursery. We had blackout curtains, turned out the lights, made it nice and quiet, and she still did not want to nurse. So I thought, okay, I've got to try something else. So tip number 3 is to bond with your baby. And this was a suggestion from the Leche League. They said that if you have other children, to just take a day, maybe even 2, and set that time aside to play with your baby, snuggle with your baby, make it a happy experience, and do some things that I thought were a little weird but really helped. Another thing you can do to bond with your baby is to take a bath with them. This allows them to see you and to see your breasts, but to not feel pressured to nurse and to just have fun and bond with you. So I happened to actually go to the doctor on Monday morning with my baby, and she had to get her 6-month shots, which was really sad. I'm actually going to do another video about helping the shots, so check that one out. But she didn't feel very good, and I got a flu shot too, so I didn't feel very great. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this tip. I'm going to go and take a bath with her. And it was so much fun. We played around. She had a little rubber ducky, and there was times when she saw my breasts and she would kind of reach for them and look at them and then just kind of keep playing. Then after, another thing they suggest is to just play with your baby, maybe on the bed, on the ground, whatever you want, without a shirt on, so that they can, again, same idea, not feel pressured to nurse, but to see your breasts, so the next time they see it, maybe they won't freak out. And that's exactly what happened. We did the bath, we played, and then we came in here, and I tried again. I thought, oh, she's probably not gonna nurse again, but she did. She totally latched on, did a big nurse, and went to sleep. And I was so happy. I thought, yay, this actually worked. Another way of bonding is anything that includes skin-to-skin contact. Just holding your baby, reading books to them, and just really having that skin-to-skin. It'll make them happier and make you happier with the moods that they feel, and the hormones that are helping you both to feel better and to bond. And sorry if you hear my baby crying outside because she needs to nurse. Tip number 4 is to nurse your baby while they're asleep or falling asleep or maybe just waking up, because that brings the babies into more of a primitive state, and nursing is an automatic instinct that most babies have that helps them just want to suck to get nourishment. So try, maybe if you can get them to rocking them to sleep when they're not super hungry but still hungry, and then try nursing them. In conclusion, I just want to say that if you've tried all these things, and as the Leche League says, your days turn into weeks of this nursing strike, then maybe your nursing journey is over, and that's okay. They say to congratulate yourself, look at how great it was what you did, this labor of love of nursing your baby, and be happy and proud of what you did, and move on to the future. There's other ways, there's formula, or you can even get milk, pumping your milk and feeding it to your baby through a bottle, and that is okay. Fed is best, no matter what it is, no matter how you're feeding your baby. As long as they're nourished, that's all that matters the most. I hope that these tips helped out a little bit today, and maybe you can end your nursing strike and have that bond again with your baby. But if not, it's okay, Mama, you're doing great. Have a good day, bye!